going up against the Los Angeles. Smitty, sure to be lots of snappy ball movement in this one. These teams have incredibly strong passing games.
Yes, they do, B.A. Some great basketball minds on both teams who can just pick you apart with their playmaking. I'm sure they won't make it easy on each other.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the one spot. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammate. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Pass to Edwards. This one for three. Kept alive. Now here's Towns over Morris. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Here's Leonard. Jackson on the wing. Morris outside. Leonard outside. Morris with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Leonard passes to George. Sinks it from distance.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between. In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
A nice shot by Zubats. And Smitty with the Clippers, it shows how important depth is to an NBA offense.
Yeah, you know this. It's great to have a powerful first unit, but if your second unit can't carry its weight, it's a fragile situation.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Out to Leonard. It's George on the wing. Here's Zubats over Gobert. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern. An aggressive move to a strong finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Jackson, pass to Morris. Here's George, and George with the jam.
What a silky move by Paul George. He really had the ball on a string.
Here's Russell, and then Russell with the dunk.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boy.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Here's Jackson. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Here's Edwards. No luck on that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. To the middle. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. The three from Russell. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
A volume three-point shooter. The coaching staff encourages Russell to fire away.
George passes to Zubats. Towns against Morris. Towns can't get it to go. The Clippers have gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp to the inside. And Gobert with a block.
What a block by Gobert. You expect that from a player who has led the league in blocks.
Russell with the ball. He's got 15. Pass to Towns. Outside for Russell. Edwards with it. He takes it in. They get it back. It's McDaniels on the wing. And another three from Minnesota.
Love the decision by Gobert. Finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
Jackson, pass to George. The three ball. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. George has got 8.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jackson, the pass to Morris. The shot no good. And some solid defense from Towns. McDaniels finds Edwards. Lays it up and in.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
And here's Zubac. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. The T-Wolves on top, up by 5. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Timberwolves.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that high.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
And so in the game for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. Pass to Towns. Edwards against George. Just 4 to shoot. Ooh, went in there strong and tried to power it down. But he drew the contact and he'll head to the line. Last season we saw some shocking single-game performances, Smitty. Several stars had 45-plus point nights, or even well above that.
We are, BA, and I think because a lot of the three-point shooting adds to a lot of buckets. It's a shooter's league right now. Prolific scorers are rising to the top.
Jackson finds Morris. Shoots. McDaniels against Leonard. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jump.
And the second free throw is good. Well, Smitty, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
And you see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the hard work he put in, even becoming lethal from outside the arc.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
Jackson, the pass to Zubac. Count the basket. Zubac has got 9 points.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Offensive board. Gobert passes to Edwards. Russell with the ball. Now Towns. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Jackson, pass to Morris. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, BA, one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
Now here's McDaniels. He has 6. And they'll get another chance. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Leonard's got room. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
McDaniels from long range. That shot off. And Los Angeles the other way now. Pass to to George. The crossover. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game.
It's no secret that Kawhi has focused on improving his passing. Great look there.
Here's Russell. Banked it in off the glass. Russell's got 17.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Kicks it to George. Leonard outside. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
The vertical of Kawhi is impressive. Rising up with ease and throwing it down.
Edwards with it. Jackson in his pocket. Russell to pass to Edwards. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul. A minute 20 left in the first half of this one. Edwards finds McDaniels. Clock at 6. The kick out to Edwards. Over George. George with the block.
An all-defensive first-teamer multiple times. Paul George has a nose for the ball.
The Clippers trail. Jackson, pass to Leonard. George outside. Morris outside. Out to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
So many tools in the bag for Kawhi. Foul line down. He's very hard to stop.
The 3 from Russell. The shot no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Leonard. Kicks it out to Jackson. Beyond the arc. Morris can't hit. For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Pass to Gobert. It's McDaniels on the wing. Now Edwards. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That one on Morris.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
That free throw misses. Good on the second one. He got it off in time. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Timberwolves ahead, up by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. If you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, D'Angelo Russell has been exceptional here, guys.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Nas Reed out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jalen Noel. Then there's Taurean Prince. And it's McLaughlin in at the 1. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. Here's McLaughlin. Wall covering. Wow, with a steal. Wall with it. Prince is there. Covington. And the jam by Covington.
And being that Wall is a point guard, it's his responsibility to facilitate. Just a terrific dime right there.
Pass to Prince. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Covington. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the long J. And now it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
You love how Covington stretches the defense. He is too accurate from range.
Timeout call, the Timberwolves. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Pass to McLaughlin. To halt the run. Covington grabs the board. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 3 in the second half. And Wall, here we go. Count it. Good. And the Clippers lead by 7.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Minnesota calls timeout. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Russell, the pass to Edwards. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on even to Zubac. They throw good, Edwards. And both free throws good for Edwards. The Clippers have gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. George passes to Morris. Back to George. Wide open. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. George has got 12 points in the game.
And they're playing rock-solid basketball right now. Really starting to see that lead grow.
They have just nailed their halftime adjustments. That's for sure. They don't want to have to sweat this one out. They're looking to pull away.
Minnesota with a rebound. Outside Russell. And it's powered home by Towns.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
And they recover it. Here's Zubac. He's got 9. Leonard, right side. 6 to shoot. Goes back up. Basket's good. He's got 10.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Edwards for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Morris has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's George, and there's a whistle. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart.
The previous play is under
2019.
review.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
That's good from George. George hits them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Russell against Jackson. Russell, the pass to Edwards. Back to Russell. Outside Edwards. That's tipped. And stolen by Leonard. George, right side. Leonard passes to Zubac. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Towns. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Towns has gotten 4 this quarter.
That's just Big Cat using his upper body strength to convert through contact.
George passes to Jackson. .36 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to George. Just 5 to shoot. Driving in. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Edwards. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
And we all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
There's 21 seconds left in the third. Russell against Jackson. Here's Zubac. It's blocked by Gobert. Russell the pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. The Clippers on. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The Timberwolves trail. On the floor for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard of the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position.
Yeah, with his quick first step, Russell is a difficult guy to check.
George outside. Here's Zubac. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. The free throw drops from Zubac. And Zubac drops them both. Minnesota's gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Edwards against George. Looking to get it going. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, that's a big bucket. Putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
McDaniels against Leonard. George outside. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he'll sit the rest of this one out. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in. George hits them both. Minnesota with the ball. Outside Russell. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
And what has made D'Lo a max player? He puts constant pressure on the defense.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. George against Edwards. Kicks it out to Jackson. Launches it. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Russell against Jackson. Russell, the pass to Edwards. Back to Russell. Launches a 3. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Los Angeles has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Here's Leonard. And some solid defense from Towns. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Down low. McDaniels finds Towns. Back to Daniels. And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. To the paint. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Shoots over George. Now Russell. Clock is at 3. Let's go with a 3.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quickness to stay on the ball and the long reach to affect the shot.
Morris. It's not going to go for him. And some solid defense from Towns. Leonard against McDaniels. Now here's Towns. Tightly guarded. Edwards against George. Ooh, poked away. Edwards, the pass to Reed. Great D that time from Zubats. The Clippers in the lead. Morris down low. Towns on him. George outside. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Outside Russell. Pass to Edwards. Looking to win the drought. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take this shot.
Sky high. One of his advantages as an undersized forward.
Russell against Jackson. Towns for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubats has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Jackson pass to Leonard. And we've got 1:18 left in the 4th quarter. Jackson against Russell. Back to Leonard. Jackson on the wing. Pass to Leonard. Lets it fly. That shot off the mark. Now Minnesota takes it the other way.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
He had a huge height advantage there and did not mess around.
Jackson against Russell. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul. Timberwolves on D. Leonard outside. McDaniels with the rebound.
You're looking for a quick bucket here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
Inside. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. From deep. Oh, gets the 3 to fall.
And this is what point guards like Russell are responsible for, setting the table for his guys.
So a close game sees the Clippers. All right, Alec, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to And on the Floor tonight, a collection of some of the league's brightest young players.
And make no mistake about it, these guys are a work in progress, but the talent is undeniable. Can't wait to see who becomes the alpha dog in this group.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point guard. We're on the clock. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
Bain against Edwards. Bain kicks to Jackson. Passes it to Morant. Outside for Jackson. No good from outside. Minnesota with the ball. Russell with it. Now defended by Adams. Outside Edwards. Back to McDaniel. Those three-pointers off the mark. And it's Memphis on the break. Bain finds Brooks. Fires the 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender. And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
The agility, the athleticism. Morant sometimes, I don't know, he just seems unstoppable to me.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw of the game.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Russell feeling it out a bit. Left side, Towns. Out to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on Jaren Jackson.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on two things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
Here is Edwards, following the basket by John Morant. And blocked by Bain. Morant outside. Feeds it to Brooks. Misses from short range. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by one. Russell finds Gobert. Here's McDaniels. Another miss by Minnesota. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Morant with it. He's picked up by Russell. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
So it's the Grizzlies now. Brooks outside. Pass to Morant. Shot clock at 5. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. McDaniels got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Minnesota. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
So it's the Timberwolves now, following the score by Memphis. Here's Edwards, and Adams sends it back. Morant finds Jackson. Memphis moving that ball around. Bain passes to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
We talk about Jackson's elite shooting for a big, but this is the other thing that he can do when his mindset is to attack.
And the Timberwolves call time.
Amazing that Bain fell to the last pick in the first round in 2020. Look at his size, the strength, the range on his jump shot. When shooting's a premium, he should have been drafted earlier.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Morant against Russell. Towns with the steal. Morant with the steal. The pass to Adams. Out to Brooks. And he drives in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Not the last time we'll see that. Adams is so powerful and loves to take it to the defense.
No good on the second free throw. Morant with the steal. Good if it goes. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Memphis. Memphis leading. So on the 4 for Memphis. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Now here's Bain. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's McDaniels. Out to Edwards. Outside, Russell. Pass to McDaniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. On the 3 off target. Morant outside. To the middle. Towns with the steal. Payne against Edwards. A shot that time, not on target. Craig D that time from Bain. Stolen by McDaniels. Edwards inside. Guarded by Bain. Edwards against Bain to the inside. Stolen by Jackson. The Grizzlies shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. And the Timberwolves call timing.
Every time I have a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
When you think of half-court offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities.
And the Timberwolves call timing. About a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Morant kicks to Bain. There's the dish to Jackson. Morant outside. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns the pass to Edwards. There's the triple. Drills it from outside. And it's a tie ball game.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Now here's Brooks. Here's Adams. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 2. Here's Russell. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Edwards. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And he's got more than a few ways to beat you. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the and-one opportunity. And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Jackson passes to Brooks. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Bain. Shoots over McDaniel. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Morant against Russell. To the left wing. Outside Edwards. And Adams sends it back. And he recovers it. Here's Gobert. And Bain pulls it down. Bain's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Morant kicks to Bain. 3-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past, just keep evolving as a team.
And here's Edwards after the 3-pointer from Desmond Bain. 5 to shoot. Gobert down low. Brooks covering. Edwards dishes to Russell. But Trey off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Now here's Morant. And he's jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Edwards against Spain. Edwards can't hit.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Morant passes to Jackson. Back to Morant. Up top, Morant. 6 points for him. Drains the three, and yes, he'll go to the line for one more. It's on Anthony Edwards. The drive by Russell. Over in the corner, Edwards. Doesn't go for him. Adams, some nice D. Here's Morant. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't come in for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Memphis out in front. They're up by 4. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Get loud for the Jabberwockies!
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Memphis leading by 4. They've got Kyle Anderson. He's out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And that one falls for Jones. Hey, Richard, as soon as your playing career ended, you got right into this business, into broadcasting. When did you decide that this would be the next step?
Well, the first time is when I thought I was going to be out the league, and so I started doing more and more work until I retired in 2018. So it started way before I retired.
That laid the groundwork for you. Good job. He hits one, then this is the second attempt from the free throw line. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Prince. Grizzlies with the rebound. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. To the paint, here's Clark. And slam dunk by Clark.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Outside, Jones. Green kicks to Jones. Not loose. Outside, Williams. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Noel. Timberwolves trail by 12. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. And he overshot that one, missing. Right wing. Clark dishes to Jones. Out to the wing. Outside Williams. And Jordan McLaughlin picks up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Conchar. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. From deep. Williams' shot is off. For Minnesota, they've gone 0-4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And the Grizzlies with possession. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Clark kicks to Williams. Jones, no one around him. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Jones has got 4 this quarter.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
And the Grizzlies leading by 15. Pass to Concha. Launches a 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Pulls up, high post. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
You can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, you need to find some sort of momentum.
And it was going back and forth there for a while, but now starting to just stretch out that lead a bit. They're definitely looking like the better team.
Anderson passes to McLaughlin. Back to Anderson. That shot, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. It's Jones on the way. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Timberwolves trail by 17. Back to Anderson. Pass to McLaughlin. To the wing on the left. Here's Prince trying to get something going, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Yeah, 76% from the line a season ago, and most would consider that to be a success.
He's off on the second. Memphis leading by 16. This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one. Outside Williams. Back to Jones. Here's Concha. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists in the game. McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. A baseline J. A putback. And here are the Grizzlies. They're on a 17-1 run right now. Williams passes to Concha. Outside, Green. From deep. The rebound by Anderson. Timberwolves trail by 20. Reed with it. Jones covering. Here's McLaughlin. It's good from long range.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Jones dishes to Williams. Kicks it out to Jones. Clock at 6. From deep, Green. Rebound, Minnesota. Reed's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies out in front by 17 points at the end of the... Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th, we've got Green. Brandon Clark is out there with Williams. Then it's Tyus Jones. And it's Conchar in at the 2-guard spot. Jones kicks to Williams. Here's Conchar. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And the Grizzlies lead by 20.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits. And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Outside, Jones. Now the feed to Clark. The kick out to Williams. And the Grizzlies get it back. And there's the pass to Concha.
A
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not a good idea.
Jones for three. The rebound by Prince. Timberwolves trail by 18. Here's Reed. Off on the layup. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Jones looking for an opening. Over in the corner, Green. Lets the three fly. Bangs home the trifecta. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
So they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a break rim.
And the Grizzlies leading by 20. Pass to Clark. Outside Williams. Passes it to Concha. Clark left side. Concha can't get it to go. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Noel. Off target from outside. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. From deep, Williams. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Reeves got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Noel. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Noel's got 6 here in this quarter. Outside Williams. Pass to Concha. Fires from the wing. Yep, it counts.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
The kick out to Anderson. Launches it. McLaughlin, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 20. Outside, Jones takes a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Jones has got 9 points here in the second half.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Anderson outside. Over Williams. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Grizzlies.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Tyus Jones.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
Here's Jones. There's 42 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now the pass to Concha. Back to Jones. Memphis moving that ball around. And an intentional foul right there.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Here's Concha. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. .24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Jordan McLaughlin picks up the foul here. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
And that one falls for Jones. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Here's Minnesota. Pass to Reed. Here's McLaughlin. It's stolen by Green. One-on-one fast break, and that's an intentional foul.
At the line for the Grizzlies.
That free throw missing. That's off as well, so he misses both. Here's Noel, and the three ball is good. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. Thank you, David. Great interview once again.
On offense, both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Brooks in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Now here's Jackson. Here's Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
Well, Steven Adams is a formidable presence on the interior. Nice finish.
George passes to Jackson. Now Leonard. There's the triple. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And grant a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A., after dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
Now here's Jackson. George outside. Back to Jackson. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's George. And George with the jam.
That's just heads-up basketball, and Jackson scanning the floor, spots the ready shooter. Nicely done.
Moran against Jackson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubats. Jackson against Morant. And the layup falls.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
George outside. Soft touch off the glass.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Pass to Bain. And here's Adams. Zubats with the steal. George outside. Zubats with it. Defended by Jackson. Jackson, pass to George. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense, Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
Pass to Bain. Brooks outside. Back to Bain. The shot off that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. George outside. Lets it go from deep. George with another miss.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament.
Now here's Morant. the inside. Here's Adams. That gives him the lead. Adams has gotten his second bucket.
Many players will tell you Steven Adams is the strongest guy in the NBA. Boy, tough to corral when he's looking to score.
George finds Morris. Takes it inside. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
And in traffic, he uses the reverse to keep the shot blocker at bay.
What an incredible move. Not everyone has that kind of skill. Morant, the pass to Brooks. Adams with the ball. Tries from 6 feet. And there are the Grizzlies with another bucket.
Listen, there is a touch and a confidence about Steven Adams. If he's in the paint, he will get it done.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Leonard. Here's the three. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Morant against Jackson. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And just a crafty move to get free for the dunk.
Now, he's not just trying to score. He's trying to embarrass someone. Now here's George. Morris for 3. It's George on the drive. And the jam by George.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Here's Morant. 6 points for him. Deflects the pass. Zubac with the steal. To the middle. Here's Morris. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. George with a steal. Back to Morris. George outside. Pass to Morris. 4 seconds left. That one doesn't drop.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
So at the end of one and getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
On the court for Memphis, Bane and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard position.
Kawhi Leonard, tremendous timing on that play. You've got to be shot ready on the catch. It has to be interesting when you're bringing the ball up the court and Kawhi Leonard is the guy coming to meet you. This guy is the embodiment of an elite defender.
Now here's Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Leonard really has shown very few cracks in his defensive game over the years, Doris.
BA, I think it's a combination of things. Certainly the physical attributes. He's really long. He's got unbelievable lateral quickness. His defensive instincts and IQ are just off the charts. This guy is as disruptive, a defensive force as we have seen.
Now here's Bane. Pass to Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Here's George. Give him 8. And it's Jackson on the take. And George gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. Now Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive. No question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
George, no good. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Bane with it. Guarded now by George. Jackson down low. He's working on Morris. Pass to Adams. Outside Bane. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jackson. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. Of course, the last few years, we've seen teams put together rosters loaded with talent. but it hasn't always translated to rings.
I think what we've learned, Brian, is that just accumulating talent is not enough to win in this league. What you have to find is a team that fits together well in terms of the individual parts. There also has to be that elusive chemistry. You can't define it, hard to win without it.
Here's Zubats, and it's slammed in by Zubats.
Well, that's about tremendous vision. And remember, Paul George has the kind of size that allows him to survey the floor beautifully.
Adams finds Jackson. Outside Bain. Fires for three. Yes! And a nice assist from Jackson. Bain's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Jackson, pass to George. Back to Jackson. Kicks it to George. And stolen by Bain. Here's Morant. Can't get the go-ahead bucket. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. To the paint. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Morant with it. Jackson in his pocket. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Well, Steven Adams, the anticipation creates the steal. Nicely done.
Up top, Jackson. Pounded by Morant. Here's George, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Steven Adams. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now, that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Sends it home from three-point land.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
George passes to Leonard. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Here's Jackson. Outside for Brooks. Right wing. Adams, the pass to Jackson. Second chance effort. That one no good. Ooh, good work defensively by Morris. Jackson down low. Pounded by Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Morris passes to George. Zubats controls the rebound and the putback. Zubats has gotten 4 this quarter.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable. Morant, the pass to Bain. 23 seconds left in the first half. 6 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And here's Morant outside. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Great to see Ja operate without the ball. Just a versatile point.
George passes to Zubats. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it.
Substitution on the floor.
Tipped away. Ja Morant. He's feeling it tonight.
27. The Grizzlies, 30.
As we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. Robert Covington is out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Batum in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Jones against Wall. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
There's no debate there. He got hammered.
Shooting for Memphis, Tyus Jones. Shooting.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Wall, the pass to Powell. Left side Covington. And stolen by Williams. Jones against Wall. Pass to Williams. The Clippers grab the miss. Here's Mann.
Well, a late second-round pick in 2019 out of Florida State, Terrence Mann has proven to be a steal, and he's going to be in this league for a long, long time.
And for Mann, proving he belongs earned him a 2-year, $22 million contract extension.
And B.A., I love his game. An efficient scorer and good decision-maker who doesn't try to do too much. He just makes it easy for coach to trust him with bigger minutes.
Now here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command. Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
Pass to Williams. Outside Jones. Green for three. He can't hit that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And here's Batum. Clark covers. And it's blocked by Clark. Powell with a steal. Clark against Batum. For three, Covington. Williams grabs the board. Memphis leading. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Outside for Green. Three-pointer. He drops it from range.
Well, this guy is a lethal distance shooter. Danny Green lights out.
Wall against Jones. Wall, the pass to Covington. For three. Man, the basket's good with the assist from Wall. Covington's got 6 points.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost them three.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Wall against Jones. Here's Batum. The shot that time not on target. Good D by Clark. Here's Williams. Uses the glass on the layup. And it's a 7-point Memphis lead.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Wall, the pass to Covington. And the jam by Covington.
Well, you have to love an authoritative finish, and Mr. Covington leaves no doubt.
Pass to Williams. Fires the three. That one's good from Green. And the assist from Williams. Green's got 9 points here in the second half. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. The kick out to Wall. Here's Mann. Fires the three. Conchar pulls it in. And the foul called on Nick Batum. That's his first foul. Memphis has gone 3 of 4 from outside in the second half. Pass to Conchar. There's the three. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Batum with it, and Clark picks him up defensively. Batum's shot is off.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
The steal. On the break. Here's Mann. Clark grabs the board. Clark's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Jones. From deep three-point range. Knocks it loose. Los Angeles has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. It's Covington on the wing. Lets the three fly. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Williams into the lane. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. They just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Grizzlies. They lead by... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at center. Pass to Morant. Three-pointer. He's off on that one. And Los Angeles the other way now. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. All right, we present our New Balance player of the game, Ja Morant.
And guess what? This was his game all night. I mean, he tore through the defense and almost never took a bad shot out there. Really, a level of offensive consistency most players can only dream of.
Boy, it's not hard to be blown away by his level of play. It's never easy winning on the road, but to do it in this fashion, that's a special performance right there. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He called out their ball control, saying, quote, no more turnovers. That has to be the mindset. We need to stop rushing and start dictating.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. George outside. Oh, the swat by Adams.
Length and strength and intimidation. Steven Adams sent.
Oh! A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Leonard, right side. Here he goes. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Steven Adams.
One of the key aspects for Kawhi Leonard's scoring per game is his ability to get to the free throw line. This guy lives there.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
Jackson for 3. And that comes off the assist by Green. And the Grizzlies lead by 18.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Oh, my. And that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
Down low. Here's Zubac. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in the game. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Here's George. And George with the jam.
Well, Paul George has got a tight handle, right? The zig, the zag, and his way through the porous defense.
Outside Morant. Pass to Jackson. Outside Bain. Outside Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 4 since the 4th quarter began. Jackson, the pass to Zubac. Oh, the swat by Adams. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Morant finds Bain. Inside. There's Adams. That one's good. On the assist by Bane. Bane's got 3 assists in the game. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
Pass to Jackson. Outside, Green. Jackson with it. And it's Leonard picking him up. Green for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Grizzlies.
When you look at their assist totals, you can see why it was easier for them to score. The ball was really popping tonight.
And good things seem to happen when you're patient and willing to make the next pass. Their offense has flowed really well.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Ja Morant.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Bane against Zubats. Outside Bane. Pass to Jackson. From deep. Paul George pulls it in. Now Los Angeles with it. Trailing by 19. Jackson, the pass to Morris. Fade away. Unable to get that one. Green with the ball. And here's Morant. And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight.
Terrific player and a great story, David. Thanks. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot.
And dangerous in that catch-and-shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
Russell kicks to Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Stolen by George. Jackson against Russell. Changes up, and the layup by Jackson.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive, but recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Russell high post. Jackson on him. Edwards finds Towns. Back to Edwards. There's the pass to Russell. 6 to shoot. The kick out to Towns. It's rebounded by Leonard. And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Edwards can't hit.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight. The free throw drops for Jackson.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Outside for George. Pass to Leonard. Back to George. And here is Zubac. McDaniels defended. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Leonard, no luck.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
To halt the run, a nice shot by McDaniels.
Towns showing you a willingness to want to make his teammates better with that pass there.
And here's Jackson. He's got 5. Zubac, a screen on Russell. Zubats kicks to George. Shot clock at 6. And he makes good on the layup.
Really strong right there. George able to take the contact and muscle it up and in.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Outside Edwards. Russell with him. Guarded now by Jackson. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
George dishes to Leonard. Back to George. Leonard looking around. And stolen by Russell. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Towns with the ball. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Tell you what, going end to end, Towns may not always look like he's moving fast, but he's gobbling up some ground in a hurry. And some of that is his stride. But that fella's got some big feet, too.
Takes it inside, and the dunk by Towns.
And no help on that one. Towns, long strides, get all the way to the rack. Way to go, big fella.
Kicks it out to Leonard from downtown. He can't get that one to fall. So Minnesota will take it the other way.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Outside, Russell passes it to McDaniels. Back to Russell. Out to Edwards. Oh my, he'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. That one on George. Jackson passes to George. And they get it. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Now here's McDaniels. He's covered by Leonard. And finished off by McDaniels.
You know, Towns is a really solid passer for a big guy. Excellent basketball IQ and sees the floor really well. Nice pass.
Now here's Jackson. 5 points in the game. Pass to Zubats. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answer.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. First tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Jackson at the point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal, you think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well. Because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
Edwards, that's good.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
Jackson down low. Russell's there. Morris finds Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
A superstar who really kind of keeps to himself. Leonard truly leads by example in its produced title.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
George doing a nice job driving with physicality. They're seeking out that contact.
And the Timberwolves call time. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Russell against Jackson. And it's Russell missing. The Clippers trail.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell is trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Edwards passes to Russell. McDaniels with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. And it's Russell missing. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Los Angeles with another miss.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Towns, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Come on, this is a big guy here, Towns. I mean, you got to foul him a lot harder than that to stop the shot. I mean, he's just too strong. Now he gets a chance to add one more at the line.
Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns is having?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
They've not been passive at all on defense early on. Challenging shots, and it's resulted in a number of blocks.
Another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
Russell dishes to Towns. He kicks it to McDaniels. Back to Towns. Gobert trying to get open, and Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter. Clippers trail by 6. Now, here is George. 7 points in the game. He gets that one.
And George is so smart, so crafty on the dribble. He's just got an excellent way of controlling the ball and his body as he's dribbling.
Russell against Jackson. It's stolen by Morris. A three from Leonard. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. McDaniels kicks to Russell. And the pass to Gobert. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the length of Gobert can be so difficult to deal with. And that's why you have to be physical with him on defense.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Edwards passes to Russell. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Towns kicks to McDaniels. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Jackson passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Russell with a wide open look. A 3-pointer is right on target. Russell's got the lead up to 8 now for the Timberwolves.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Morris with the bucket.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working
to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a match, David? And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Torian Prince is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Reed. And it's Noel in at the 2. Here's McLaughlin, covered by Wall. Here's Anderson, and Anderson slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard. You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
The kick out to Anderson. Pass to Noel. Prince in the corner. Down low. Clock is at 3. Here's Anderson. The Clippers grab the miss. Right side Wall. And the dunk by Covington.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
And the Timberwolves call timeout. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Towns comes in for Kyle Anderson. Edwards, he's checked in for Noel. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Jordan McLaughlin. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Passes to Noel. Prince outside. Pass to Noel. Lock at 6 for 3. And it's rebounded by Covington. And it's Wall with the ball for Los Angeles. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
Well, that's an easy pass for John Wall to make. As soon as he spots his teammate wide open, he's dropping that dime on time and on target.
Here's Anderson. Kept alive, Minnesota. The pass to McLaughlin. Pass to Noel. And Anderson has it in the corner to stop the run. That one a little long for Los Angeles. They've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. One-on-one fast break. Prince, the pass to Reed. Back to Prince. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
McLaughlin, the pass to Reed. And they'll get another chance. Second shot opportunity. And McLaughlin gets it to go.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
The Clippers' shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Ball passes to Pop. Inside. It's stolen. Prince outside. Timberwolves passing it around. Passes it to Noel. Back to Prince. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Reed. Batum with the steal. Right side Wall. Lets it go from deep. That one's not going to go. And Minnesota now the other way. Down low. It's tipped. Powell with it. The pass to Mann. Back to Covington. In the corner, Powell with it. Covington passes to Mann. Dishes it to Batum. The rebound by Anderson. Timberwolves have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Another miss by Minnesota.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Covington finds Batum. And the call, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Post game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to
The previous play is under review.
personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Covington passes to Batum. Up again, and Covington stays with it. Covington's got 7 now in this quarter.
Boy, how about the effort and energy that time by Covington? Just worked his way right to the glass and got the follow-up basket.
3 seconds left. 1 second left. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Clippers lead by 2. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. The Clippers in the lead. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Minnesota's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And Edwards with the stop.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Outside Jackson. Back to George. And stolen by Russell. McDaniels dishes to Edwards. Kicks it to Gobert. Pass to McDaniels. To the right side. Outside Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back, and when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
Here's Jackson. Towns with the steal. Passes it to Edwards. Now the dish to McDaniels. He kicks it to Gobert. To the middle. No good. Good work defensively by Morris. To the inside. And it's George missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Towns for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Morris right side. Outside for Jackson. Here's George. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. George has got the game tied up here for the Clippers. Edwards looking it over. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
And Edwards drops them both. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. He had a nice open look right there.
Can't give Jackson any airspace from there because he's going to make you pay.
Outside, Russell. Pass to Towns. Rebounded by Jackson.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And inside, Kawhi can be such a force, able to power his way to the shot.
Russell kicks to Towns. And the pass to McDaniels. Feeds to Gobert. And it's Russell in the corner. 5 on the clock. Pass to McDaniels. Out to Edwards. For the 3. Connects from three-point range. Edwards got 9 points in the quarter.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
That one drops for him. And the Clippers lead by 1.
And like a certain baseball legend, this Reggie Jackson is nailed in the clutch.
Edwards passing to McDaniels. Outside, Russell. Outside, Towns. Gobert down low. Zubac's defending. And foul. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something the ruling on the floor is confirmed. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We'll double check it, and the game continues on.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. That's you guys.
Thank you, David. George. Morris kicks to George. A second chance effort. Misses off the right angle. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. Outside Jackson. Pass to Morris. To the paint. Here is Zubac. Rebound, Minnesota. McDaniels in the post. Defended by George. Russell dishes to Gobert. Russell kicks to McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. Over Morris. Here's Gobert. Got it!
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
From deep, George can't get the 3 to fall. So it's Minnesota taking the W. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
for us tonight, folks. We get to see two teams with some of the best young talent in the NBA, Grant.
I mean, you said it best. I mean, these teams and their players, they have a lot of runway in front of them. So you get a glimpse of the league's future here. With the wealth of potential on both sides, these are teams that figure to be contenders for years to come.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. Russell against Morant. Pass to Bane. Jackson outside. The 3 is up. Brooks the pass to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Outside for Morant. The 15-footer. That went off the back iron and out. Outside Edwards. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
Now here's Bane. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Russell to pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Smitty.
B.A., no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run.
Here's Russell following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Towns has got 5 now.
Well, Towns was the perfect selection there. He's always ready to strike with a quick shot.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Brooks outside. Jackson with a screen on McDaniels. Morant, the pass to Adams. Up top, Jackson. Back to Adams. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Now here's Russell. Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. Edwards against Bane. Now here's Edwards. He's guarded closely. Oh, Adams with the block.
You see the effort defensively. Adams doing a great job of closing the space.
From the inbound. It's rebounded by Memphis. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Morant. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. McDaniels finds Gobert. Now here's Towns. Outside Edwards. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Towns has got room. No good on the shot. And it's Memphis the other way. Jackson, pass to Bane. Takes the 3. Edwards pulls it in.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Pass to Gobert. Back to Russell. Towns with the ball. Defended by Jackson. Unloads. That's good from Towns. On the assist by Russell. Russell's got 3 assists in the game.
From anywhere, Towns is just a threat. He's a potent scorer who will find his points.
Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Morant with it. Trying to get back on track. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Okay, check out the handles of John Morant. Wow, what a crafty player.
50 seconds left in the first quarter here. Edwards against Bane. The reverse. Outside for Russell. Here's Gobert. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in. Outside Morant. Pass to Adams. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes.
Watch how Adams puts his physique to work, grinding up the defense and finding an inside shot.
Now Edwards, started by Bain. Here's Russell. No good with a layup.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
And here's Adams. And he can't jam it through. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The team. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. All right, let's quickly break down the game. What we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. The backcourt is Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
No good on the wing 3. Memphis trailing here. Here's Morant. Oh, and there's the whistle. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after
the previous play is under review.
There's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls, but at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Now Jackson looking for his first basket, still in this one. The shot comes out, and some solid defense from Towns. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Russell. Ja Morant grabs a miss. The Grizzlies have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Adams.
This is what I like about Ja Morant. He stays open to all options. Right there finds the open man. In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Now here's Russell. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Well, Smitty with Morant. His ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
B.A., before he tweaks his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
Morant finds Jackson. The rebound by the Timberwolves. To the middle. Gobert passes to McDaniels. Up and over Brooks. And foul call. Almost got it to go in. He'll go to the line for 2. And he makes the first. And any time a player is asked about pressure, they'll say, I don't feel it. Smitty, I don't believe it.
No, you shouldn't be. I think what they're doing is, obviously, you don't want to show weakness. And it's about different players, how they manage it. And I think some players do a better job than others.
Williams is checked in for Memphis. Outside Morant. Pass to Adams. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Edwards against Bain. Here's Towns. Over Jackson. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
For a big, Towns is an effective free throw shooter. You really can't give him too many looks from the line.
And so Towns nails them both.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to get to the line.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, guys, with the yearly roster moves, it might be hard for the casual fan to keep track. But Commissioner Silver said it's a necessary side effect. He said, quote, "We tried to tie performance to pay in a closer way, and I think that's what you see with shorter contracts." Brian, more player movement has been the result.
Yeah, good point, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Bain. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Williams in the post. McDaniels covering. The kick out to Williams. 5 on the clock. Pass to Adams. To stop the run. And the layup is up and in. Adams has got 6.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Moran against Russell. Outside Edwards. Here's Russell. Edwards, a pass to Towns. Shoots over Jackson. And too long on the shot.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
The kick out to Williams. The 3 is up. And they get it back. Jackson finds Bain. No good from outside.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
McDaniels passes to Towns. The 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Pass to Bain. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That one on Russell.
And some will remember that Desmond Bain was the last pick from the first round in the 2020 draft, which is something he has used as motivation over the years.
Now here's Russell. 46 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Towns for 3. Again, the miss by Towns.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Tries to break his ice. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game. McDaniels passes to Towns. 4-3. Count it. He's 4 for 8 now.
A former #1 pick. Towns is unstoppable when he's on. A polished offensive talent with great size.
Reverses. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Rebound Minnesota. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. The open shot by Edwards. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper. And now it's an 11-point Minnesota lead.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
I'm impressed. And so it's Minnesota closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We'll be back in a moment. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
They've got Danny Green. Tyus Jones is out there with John Conchar. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Williams in at power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. McLaughlin. And he lays it up and in.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
Jones in the post. Got a hand on it. 3 on 3. Here's Prince. Boom! He jams it straight down.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. Love it.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Moore's checked in for the Timberwolves. Right side, Williams. Oh, and Reed with a block. And they'll keep possession. To the left side wing. And stolen by Clark. Here's Conchar. Reed defending. Jack's up with 3. And another miss by Memphis. Minnesota shooting at a decent clip. 45% for the game. Noel, that's good. Noel's got his first 2 points.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
They built up this huge lead with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
The Grizzlies have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
A line change here for Memphis. Outside Morant. Fires in the triple. Morant's got 7 points.
Gotta honor Morant's 3-ball. He's more than capable of torching you from there.
And Minnesota calls time here. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Russell up top, outside Edwards. It's McDaniels on the wing. And there's the drive. Towns for 3. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
Ah, the versatility of Towns. Unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
Here's Morant. And he banks in the layup. 9 points in the game.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
Here's Russell. Pass to Towns. And here's Edwards outside. No luck on that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
I mean, during his first playoffs, Dillon Brooks proved he was a big game player, pouring in 31 in his playoff debut, an upset win over Utah.
Jackson on the wing. Out of bounds, the Timberwolves will take it. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know, the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
You know, talking about Dillon Brooks, also great in those first ever play-in games, Greg.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, the Grizzlies making the playoffs, winning 2 games. Brooks was outstanding in a win at Golden State, locking down the Warriors on the perimeter.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Clock at 6. From downtown. The shot by Russell, no good. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. And it's Morant missing. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Edwards. Who trains the 19-footer. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
Love the decision by Gobert. Finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Morant's got 8 here in this quarter.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Up top, Edwards. Guarded by Bane. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. A minute 20 left in the third. Russell, the pass to Gobert. Towns down low. Jackson on him. And he comes up with a bucket. Towns has got 17.
What a beast inside. When Towns gets in tight, he's almost a sure thing.
Jackson against Gobert. Jackson can't get it to go. For Minnesota, they've gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break. Pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Hard to stop Gobert on the dunk. His length gives him a clear path to the rim.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Memphis has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Now Williams. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Conchar. Five to shoot. Second chance shot. Driving to the basket. And Gobert with a block.
The wingspan of Gobert is huge, and he uses it so well to deny shooters.
And here is Green. And Gobert with a block. And so it's Minnesota, a sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Now a timeout called by Memphis. You have to like what we're seeing from Karl Anthony Towns.
Good decision to regather. Talk it over. Your main concern now is how to slow this guy down on the offensive end.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
Just simply can't measure how valuable he's been to them tonight. Using his head, great shooting percentage, not taking any bad shots. Wow, that led to a pretty spectacular game.
I'll tell you, this is the kind of game you love to have from your role players. Putting up big numbers, filling in the gaps, and supporting your squad out on the road. And a look now at the five for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns plays the four with Gobert in the middle. And it's Russell in at the point.
Good athlete, 37-inch vertical, looks aggressive above the rim.
It's been all Timberwolves. Now here's Russell. Pass to McDaniels. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got 6 assists in the game. Well, Memphis shooting a rough 29% from the field here. Edwards against Morant. Left side Bain. Now here's Morant. Looking to get back on track. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
He has elite athleticism, makes John Morant a threat on the glass, and you know he can finish.
Outside Edwards. Outside Russell. Outside Edwards. Another shot. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Steven Adams.
But man, the defender really went after him.
No good on the second free throw. And they recover it. Outside Russell. From deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Bain's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
With the ability to beat his defender in a number of ways, Morant is truly a dynamic scorer.
Russell into the lane. Towns with the ball. Adams grabs the miss. Left side Morant. And he converts the layup. Morant's got 14 points here in the second half.
The creativity from Morant, always inventing new ways to score.
Outside Edwards. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Outside Russell. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, the swat by Adams. They get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Morant against Russell. And again, it's Ja Morant. Morant's got 8 here in this quarter.
By maximizing their potential on every scoring opportunity, they've somehow, some way made this a thrilling finale.
And it's McDaniels off the drive. Pass to Towns. Outside Russell. Outside McDaniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Russell. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here's Memphis now. A big stretch here going. 10-2. Pass to Brooks. Outside Bain. McDaniels against Brooks. And the deficit down inside single digits.
Challenging the heart of the defense on that play. Brooks daring someone to stop him.
Outside Edwards. A minute 9 left in the fourth quarter. Towns with the ball. Back to Edwards. Outside Russell from behind the arc. Again Russell missing.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
His rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And he's unable to get the second one.
They needed more from him there. Any point they can get is absolutely critical for them right now.
Outside Edwards. Back to Towns. Edwards finds Towns. The kick out to Edwards. Stolen by Jackson. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Bain, the pass to Brooks. Now Morant. Back to Brooks. Stolen by Russell. Here's Edwards. And fouled as he went up to dunk. Good aggressive move. He'll shoot a pair.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
First free throw is good. And that stretches their lead to 8. Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's a 9-point game here.
There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
Pass to Brooks. To the paint. Outside Bain. From the arc. He buries it from 3.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Here's the teardrop. And so it's Minnesota with the W. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith.
it's Morant in at the point.
Here we go.
Now, Greg, when you look at these rosters, both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
Inside, here's Morris. The shot, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Down low, it's stolen by Morris. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, Paul George, look out. Hammers that one home.
Memphis with the ball. Morant scanning the floor. And finished off by Morant.
I love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals, because the Clippers have never made it there. I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. George. And George with this stuff.
How about the handles of a guy like Paul George at his size being able to rip around and has total confidence in his ability to score.
Now here's Morant. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Boy, Morant's brought a lot of excitement. He almost always makes the night's highlight reel. He is what I call an elite showman.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Morant. He has 5. Dish now to Adams. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
A point who knows his role. Ja loves setting guys up, always looking to pass it.
Jackson misses.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Brooks against Leonard. Morant with a wide open look. It's hauled in by Zubac. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. From outside, off the mark.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
It's stolen by Morris. Jackson kicks to George. Here's Morris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls. And you just look at what Marcus Morris has done in his career.
Well, such a solid forward in the game right now, averaging over double digits in the last 8 years. But it's been that expansion and the fact that he can step behind the three-point line and be as deadly as he's been the past couple seasons. It's been a remarkable, consistent offensive production for his career.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
Hits it from three-point range.
Well, Steven Adams has more skills than just being a screen setter out there, showing them off there.
George against Payne. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Morant passes to Bain. On the wing, Jackson. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. 1:06 left to play in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Morant kicks to Brooks. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Bang, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
They get it again. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. George with no one around. Off target from three-point range. Memphis is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And Morant throws it down.
How about the handles from the young fellow? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Jackson kicks to Morris. Takes the 3. Traps in the tray. Morris has got 5 now.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Morant outside. In the corner, it's Payne. It's tipped. Paul George with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Got it off in time. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Memphis out in front. They're up by 1. Stay with us as we get some. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Just 5 to shoot. Morant with the steal. Payne against George. And he jams it with authority.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Outside for Jackson. And Leonard has it in the corner. Morris outside. 6 to shoot. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Morant passes to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in him.
Passes it to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Outside Jackson. Up top, Bane. Defended by George. Kick out to Adams. Outside, Bane. On the wing, Jackson. The three-pointer, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Adams sends it back.
And Steven Adams just throwing that one out of the way.
Morant outside. Memphis moving that ball around. Jackson finds Brooks. Morant outside. And Morant throws it down.
And how about that display of athleticism by Morant, flying up in the air for the jam.
Jackson looking it over. Kicks it out to Leonard. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
Outside, Bane. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the middle. Got a piece of it. Here's Morris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
And they set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement. That's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Here's Morant. Adams. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Adams has got his second basket.
There's the willingness to compete from Steven Adams right there. Finishes through contact.
Well, great with this Memphis Grizzlies team. You like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Morris outside. The pass to Jackson. It's stolen by Adams. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Out to Brooks. Here's Bain. Stolen by Zubac. Here we go. One-on-one. Here's Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And this is where PG, at his height, because of his size, he's got that advantage to see over the defense and locate the open man.
Morant against Jackson. And Morant throws it down.
Credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Outside for George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 6.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it. And just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Morant finds Bain. Good, and a nice assist for Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that. D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies lead by 5. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after our halftime. Halfway through this one, plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
We've got Brandon Clark. Williams is out there with Green. Then it's Tyus Jones. And it's Conchar in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And that's where Nicholas Batum is so dangerous. Man, if he was in boxing, he could be a corner man.
Jones, no one around him. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Williams. Banked in off the glass. Williams has got the lead up to 7 now for the Grizzlies.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Count the basket.
Good to see Covington get in there and challenge the defense.
And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Right side, Jones. Outside, Williams. Clock at 6. Back to Jones. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Now, Covington. Here's Mann. Back to Wall. Takes it out to Covington. Powell against Green. Covington wide open. He fires. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And Covington knows this is a big part of his role to knock down threes.
An efficient scorer. Norman Powell can fill it up when given the opportunity.
Well, he does score from anywhere on the floor, but it's defensive versatility that I think really helps him because he can match up with smaller guards. He can get underneath bigger wings, and that defense really allows him to stay on the floor to complement the other offensive players that are producing.
And it's Memphis on the break. Clark finds Jones. Over in the corner, Williams. Jones, the pass to Concha. It's tipped.
Great anticipation. He's racked up a few of those blocks in his career, Batum has.
Pass to Powell. From 20 feet out. And here's Covington from the arc. He can't get that one. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Jones looking for an opening. Here he goes. Clark, the pass to Concha. A three-pointer off the mark. Clippers trail by 5. Outside, Wall. Outside, Covington. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And the Clippers miss again. And it's Williams with the ball for Memphis. Mark right side. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum.
A tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
And so Clark nails both of them. We've got 1:18 left to play in the third. Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have. Injuries have been a factor the past couple seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
And here's Covington. He has 5. Sinks the triple. Covington's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Los Angeles. Here's Jones. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Wow, he put a little extra on that one, didn't he?
Memphis shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
Wall kicks to Powell. Kicks it out to Covington. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Memphis. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Conchard. 16 seconds left here in the third quarter. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. To the inside. Here's Williams. Terrific assist and nice finish. Solid play all around. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Grizzlies up by. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. To the paint. Stolen by Jackson. Brooks finds Payne. Offline with his 3. Clippers trail by 11. Jackson passes to George. Brooks dishes to Morant. Back to Brooks. Morant outside. Jackson in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Here's Payne. And Adams with the slam.
And you might ask for help down there. You got to push Steven Adams out of the paint. You can't give him good looks like that.
Jackson kicks to George. And Leonard has it in the corner. On the wing, Jackson. Leonard the pass to George. And again, the turnover by the Clippers. Memphis leading by 13. To the middle. Here's Adams. And then jammed down as he goes right over it. He beats Zubac.
Love when Steven Adams has that kind of room to rip it down.
Jackson dishes to George. Leonard against Brooks. Outside for George. Outside Leonard. Jackson has the open look. No good there. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Morant with it. On the wing, Jackson. Outside, Dane. And it's Brooks in the corner. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Outside for Jackson. Wants to get it to Zubac. And does.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
From deep, George. And it's Morant with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 15. Dane passes to Jackson. Count it. Good.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
From deep, George. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Morris has got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, you got to get the ball to PG whenever he's roaming around outside that arc. Incredible.
Morant outside. Out to Brooks. The 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Grizzlies.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Ja Morant.
And with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Jackson kicks to Bane. From deep three-point range, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. 36 seconds left to play here in the fourth. The 3 from George. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Well, Paul George just felt out the defense there, and because they weren't close, he could just pull up.
Now here's Morant. Outside for Jackson. Back to Morant. Stolen by Jackson. Now Leonard. It's stolen by Adams. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. All right, David, good job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.